Sometimes patience is an important thing, and when it comes to an acoustic well, sometimes we don't have enough of it. We want to break down exactly what is being said about this USC proposal. Is it working out or is it uninvolved? All of that in this video too. Investigate a portion of the cost activity. So that is an intrigued thing with regards to. Make certain to buy into the feed smasher, as in the event that you're as yet bullish on lunar work of art. Indeed, that being said, we should investigate the general cryptographic money market. Provide us with a vibe of precisely where we are, where we saw an exceptionally impressive move up on Saturday. 26431 is the ongoing cost of Bitcoin with a 48.1 predominance that lets us know individuals are purchasing Bitcoin instead of altcoins. Furthermore, really when you get through the outline you can see there is a critical sum of red among a great deal of the digital currency out there, with the exception of likely the only one booking the pattern as we get ever closer to figuring out that response against the SEC, presently on the off chance that we look down a tad and we get into the 60s. What's more, we get to the 66th most elevated position digital currency out there the present moment. We see Terra LUNC CLASSIC as of now exchanging 8,879 down 3.17% with our volume at 36.6 million. So this is down from testing those zeros as we went to equality. Presently, assuming you're watching my live streams or you've been hanging around for some time, you realize that there was totally a buy the gossip sell the news and that we were most certainly going to get a dump on the rear of it. The significant thing is, how far we backtrack now. It's not the apocalypse. We did presumably return somewhat farther than I would have enjoyed, however there is talk and a justification behind that. So what am I referring to, and explicitly for what reason is the outline dropping down? All things considered, we've sort of had a smidgen of a set to or a tad of individuals going at one another, specifically around Rex. Also, red line floating. Presently, for those of you don't have any idea, both dynamic individuals in the advancement of LUNC CLASSIC. Similarly, both have played intrinsical parts in ensuring that we are where we are today. However, Rex expresses starting today. Further, until additional notification, direct lines of correspondence between unified trades and red line draft have been cut off because of a break of trust by another person. I asked that LUNC local area never again connect with me concerning this subject any longer, so extremely clear point there's precisely exact thing has occurred. Presently again this is all important for the USTC, REPEC, the Burns and Weather concentrated trades would uphold the expansion in Burns and moreover that REPEC to USC without the trades. All things considered, generally we don't actually have a lot, and I believe that is the significant part. Where you truly need to begin to comprehend this, however much on-chain volume we have, you must have incorporated trade purchasing, since that is at last the way in which we get this out to the majority. So on the off chance that we don't have concentrated trades supporting us, it will be extraordinarily hard to land this. Presently, what does Redline Wanderer say? Indeed, there was a remark here from Stewie says, I believe it's time you tended to the bits of gossip that Binance said. Notice the repack proposition. Assuming that is the situation, we really want to know why and what they have said and their possibility continuing on. So Redline Wanderer says whether we are where we are. Precisely as I've said in the update, the trades continue on their time and not our own. I think the local area expects all unified trades sweethearts. However, after the gigantic strain we put them under with the burn charge, they could do without managing us. I've seen anything torch-related promptly closed or disregarded. The way that they took my proposition and that it was shipped off the specialized divisions for more free survey shows they see merit in it and what we are attempting to do. One of the greatest brought-together trades has returned with foundation issue on their end. It isn't, no, yet it doesn't mean it will expect them to influence the progressions to make it viable to inspire them to start influencing the progressions. I think we really want to show them a more intensive verification of idea and demonstrate precisely how much benefit the incorporated trades stand to acquire through execution. On the off potential for success that they have to make products of the execution cost, we can demonstrate that then we are in a situation to request that they influence the changes. I don't have the experience important to provide them with the degree of report required. For this reason I'm proposing the Quant group to do simply that, having invested a considerable amount of energy since the accident examining USTC for potential arrangements and taking a gander at the different fixed propositions set forward, I will say with certainty that regardless of how we manage USDC, whether it's my proposition or another person's, we will require concentrated trade help. This is such a high level of tokens off-chain that any on-chain just repec endeavors will have. Eliminate all proficient effect. So eventually, what's the significance here? On the off chance that we don't have incorporated trades supporting USTC, it will be inconceivably difficult to carry out our USTC repec, which for me is the basic course to how we get LUNC CLASSIC back to, 50 cents, $1, $10, $100, anything that it is. USC is one of the most intrinsical parts since it will burn a lot of lunar work of art. What we really want to see, however, is that right now a great deal of unified trades are normally apprehensive about USTC replug and similarly the burning of lunar work of art. Presently what has occurred concerning this is eventually somebody has deceived the degree of trust between Redline Stray, whether you know and Rax and these unified trades which might be making the brought together trade be anxious. We don't completely know right now the degree of what's happening and all the more critically what has sort of occurred. However, Rex here is really self-evident and really disappointed. Express is starting today, until additional notification, direct lines of correspondence among genders and red lines have been cut off. I asked the Look People group never again contact me, which sort of discussed right at the very start. There's a ton of things happening with Magically Transport too, and similarly. A great deal of things continuing simply as far as this repack from USC. So what does the outline resemble? Indeed, we saw this huge dump on the rear of a great deal of this fresh insight about the gossip and it is talk. This is what occurs with LUNC CLASSIC all the time as the littlest gossip gets totally emphasized and we see these immense sell-offs that we saw today saw a huge sum there that we auctions off on both the lunar work of art. In that 30 minutes now we are returning as individuals comprehend and get under the way that you realize this can and is just gossip at the moment that Binance won't uphold the USC refund. At this moment, Binance has a lot of things going on. The USC repack is likely the keep going thing at the forefront of their thoughts. Guys, that is a big update. If you guys enjoy the content you want to stay up to date. Thanks for watching guys, see you in the next one.